Hey guys! I was originally just going to do one big unhaul video, but I have a whole lot of books that I plan to get rid of, so this is going to be split into two different videos. This first video is going to cover all the manga I plan to get rid of. The second video is going to go over all of the novels I plan to get rid of, most of which are adult novels. But I have a lot of books here to go through, so let's just get started. The first manga series that I plan on taking to Half Price Books is volumes 1 through 5 of Angel Diary. And I am pretty sure I only got halfway through the first volume and I just put it down and lost interest in it completely. Mainly because I think the artwork irritated me and I didn't like the storyline as much as I thought I would. The next manga I got is Pokemon Black and White Volume 1. And I don't know, after I've played all the Pokemon games and watched all the animes, it's just, I really couldn't get into the manga series. It's just a little too different for my taste. Next up is A King's Lesson. I'm sorry I'm not actually giving the authors' names in this video, but I can't pronounce half of them and I'd spend like 20 minutes trying to figure it out and I have a lot to go through. Hello, Annie. Hey, you bees. You want to be on camera? Come here. Come here. Come here. I'm still watching this cutie. Isn't she cute? She's going home tonight, though. Thank goodness. Okay. She's staring at me like I'm crazy. The next manga I plan on getting rid of, Konosaba's God's Blessings of This Wonderful World. And I've already read this and it just confused me and I really couldn't get into it. Next I have volumes 1 and 8 of Case Closed. And this is one of my favorite animes and I just really expected to love the mangas. And I really couldn't get past the artwork. I mean, it's the exact same as the anime, but I just don't like it in manga form. Next I have volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6 of La Esperanza. I cannot say that name. I think it's French. Not exactly sure. But I just recently read this and I really enjoyed it. It's just I don't foresee myself rereading it anytime soon, so, you know, I might as well have that room on my shelf. It's like, if I know I'm not going to reread it, it's no use me keeping it. Next I have volumes 1 through 5 of Hands Off. And I really enjoyed this manga, even though I didn't really care for the artwork. But this is one of the manga series that is like extremely short, and if I ever feel the need to reread it, I can reread it online. Next up, I have volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6 of Demon Love Spell. And this is actually a very interesting manga series that I probably wouldn't have picked up if I hadn't got the majority of them, you know, buy 2, get 3rd free from Barnes & Nobles. They were very interesting and I loved the artwork both on the cover and inside. So I just decided to try it and I did really enjoy the series, but it just wasn't a series that stuck in my head. Then I have volumes 1 through 3 of Kamikaze Kaito Jenny. I think I said that right. I hope I said that right. And I really love the artwork of this series. I don't actually read these. I read the first 2, I think, but I really couldn't get into the storyline. But I actually really love drawing the main character. In fact, I'm gonna go get one of my drawings. Okay, here's the drawing I actually tried to, I guess, replicate. It didn't turn out perfect, but this was like back in 2006. My art has come a long way since then. I have a few other drawings, but that's the best one I did of her. But yeah, I can get the pictures from this manga series online, like on Bing Images or Pinterest or something. So it's no use me keeping the books just to troll. And then I have volumes 1 and 2 of Sakura Hime. And this is just a series that I just really could not get used to, especially when the main character who's supposed to love her is trying to kill her, and I just couldn't get into it. I think I only read like the first volume of it, although it does have some really nice artwork. Then I have volumes 1 through 6 of Absolute Boyfriend, and this series, I lost interest after volume 3, but I think it's only like 7 volumes in the series, so I read the first 7 volumes. I don't know, I didn't like the way it really ended, even though it was a nice ending, so I'm just gonna get rid of the series. Someone else can take it home and hopefully enjoy it. I just didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would. Then I have volumes 1 through 5 of Blackbird. And this is another interesting series. It's kind of like Demon Love Spell, but a kind of a little bit darker. Okay, this next batch of mangas are all yaoi mangas, which, if you don't know what yaoi means, it's just the Japanese term for male relationships. So if you're not into male-male relationships, these are not the books for you, that's for sure. It should also be said that all of these yaoi novels have a lot of graphic content, so it's definitely not for younger readers. First up is Love Hurts, and my main reason for getting rid of this one is because there's a lot of fighting and abuse, and I just really didn't like it very much. Next I have volumes 1 and 4 of Jazz, and I actually really like this series. But it's like only a 4-volume series, and if I feel the need to reread it, I can do it online. Which I don't feel guilty about because I did own the books at one point. Then I have Love Not. Next up is Pathos, or Pathos, I'm not really sure how to say it. But it's a kind of vampire yaoi manga, and I like the thought of it, but once I got to reading it, I really couldn't get into it very much. Next up is Camera, and for the life of me, I cannot remember what this manga series is about. Next up, I have volumes 1 through 3 of Little Butterfly, and I really like this manga series, but this is one of those super short ones. It's like, I think, only 4 or 5 volumes, so if I want to reread it, I can reread it online. Next up is Sweet Revelation. Don't Say Any More Darling. I cannot believe I actually bought this one. Unsophisticated and Rude. Okay, this last manga, I couldn't decide whether I wanted to really get rid of it or not, but in the long run I decided yes, because it's only a single volume series. If I go into withdrawal from not reading it, I can read it online. And that is Hybrid Child. And I believe this author has made a couple of other series that have been turned into animes. But those are all the mangas that I plan on taking to Half Price Books. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Okay, this next batch of manga... Annie, you're moving the camera. Damn it, Annie. Really wanted to keep it, but I couldn't... Okay. Don't do that. What are you doing? What are you doing? I love you too. Okay. No. Say goodbye. Okay. Thank you, Annie.